So before I jump into conclusions or disagreements, in order to create difficult situations where I have to argue my way out of, the first line of questioning for me is, how did you get to that particular conclusion? I would like you to walk me through your thought process and why you have achieved the particular rationalization you have at this point in time. So I find that when I do that, even if it is with a dialogue online, if it's a clip, if it means going back to watch the entire video, if it's a podcast, if it means going back to watch, no matter how long it is, if it's a 3-hour video. Because if I'm interested in that particular subject matter and someone says something that might sound outrageous, especially if the person has said so many meaningful things in the past, I would like to know how you got to that conclusion. It's my first line of questioning. Because I'm also a big believer in the fact that you can find right and wrong opinions all in one person. Because one of the main problems I find with the dialogue nowadays is that people tend to expect perfection out of others. That is an unfair criterion because we are not perfect. We are human beings. We are not infallible. So I think it is possible for you within one individual to agree and disagree with different topics of discussion. But the only way you can boldly and effectively disagree is if you know or follow the thought process of that particular individual. And then you know exactly where the turning point of that particular conversation happened that led to the conclusion that person got to. Say, for example, someone got to a particular outrageous conclusion from your own point of view, and then you do a little research about the person and why they got to that conclusion. Imagine that the person followed through 11 steps to get to that conclusion. You walk through the first step, the second step, the third step, the fourth step, and then when you get to the fifth step, you say, oh, okay, now I understand. Because of the fifth step, if you had followed this direction, if you had thought about this a little bit differently, the 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 would have been a little bit different. So you wouldn't have gotten the conclusion you got to. So now you know exactly where the disagreement is coming from, or what the source of the outrageous feeling you are getting is coming from. Now you have a basis to attack that particular argument, so that you now will be in a position where you are cooperating with that particular person to reach a more meaningful conclusion instead of completely disagreeing. Because it is unfair to subject a particular individual to revisit the entirety of the 11 steps when it was just the fifth step that was the problem.